Welcome to First and 10 of HS Live. I'm sports editor Nicholas Sheba. Again with me is Mike McGarry. Mike, I missed you last week. I'm just
Good
going
to have you back.
I'd rather hang out with you than my family sometimes,
There
but
you
we won't
go.
get into that now.
I understand.
We're here in Mainland as we continue our tour of the local high school scene. You know, they have a big one this weekend with 2 weeks to go before the state playoff seedings come out.
Yeah, 2 weeks left in the regular season before the playoff fields are announced, and this is a pivotal weekend for South Jersey football teams. A number of West Jersey Football League titles could be decided this weekend. Delsea, who will be playing Mainland on Friday night, Ocean City, St. Augustine, St. Joe, and Cedar Creek all could win West Jersey Football League titles, and we're here at Mainland because Mainland hosts Delsea, who's 7-0, ranked number 3 in our Elite 11 on Friday night.
And Mainland looks like they're in, but you never know with the system. They could be out in 2 minutes. That's how this thing rolls now. If a win against Delsea would almost lock up a spot for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And this game, Mainland versus Delsea, I mean, get here early and don't blink because the game could go in a hurry. You got two teams that love to run the football. Delsea has thrown just 25 passes all season. They average 371 yards a game on the ground. Mainland has thrown just 57 passes all season. Mainland has quarterback Marlon Leslie, who's run for 668 yards. They have Jabril Mace, who's run for 739 yards. So whichever team is able to run the football, there's going to be no secrets on Friday night. And when teams run the football, you see a lot of this, clock winding. So keep the game going.
25 passes, isn't that what Cedar Creek throws in like the first half some games?
In a half. A lot of high school football teams do. Delsea, 25 passes all season. They're a traditional power. They've won like that for years, and nothing's changed.
St. Augustine goes on the road at Shawnee. Always a tough place to play when you go out to Medford Lakes and take on the Renegades. You know, they had the game called off 2 weeks ago because of COVID and things like that. Where are they?
Yeah, St. Augustine bounced back with a big win over Vineland last week. They're number 1 in our Elite 11. They're 6-1. They got big-time players having big-time years. Dennis Jack is on the defensive line going to Northwestern, having a great season. Kanye Udo, top prospect at running back, more than 1,000 yards. They'll be going to Shawnee. Shawnee, number 11 in our Elite 11. They've got the great quarterback, Matt Wellesley, who can do it with his arm and with the legs. So that'll be an interesting game in Medford on Friday night.
I think Matt Wellesley's like a 9th-year senior.
Yeah, I remember him debuting against Millville and upsetting Millville at Wheaton Field in that South Jersey Group 4 semifinals 4 years ago. Now he's finally a senior and having a great season.
Holy Spirit against Winslow. You know, Holy Spirit, I don't know what to think of them in a way.
Yeah, Holy Spirit they've lost 2 in a row, I think, for the first time since 2017. They lost 28-12 to Woodrow Wilson last Saturday. They've been bothered by some injuries. Now they might be getting some of those players back. They're facing a Winslow team that lost to Cedar Creek 35-28 last Friday night. Another test for Holy Spirit as they try to get back on the right track after 2 straight losses.
What else are you looking forward to this week? We're getting, as you always say, it gets late early in high school football. It's getting late now.
Yeah, I think we got a big Saturday, right? We got a couple interesting games on Saturday. Camden goes to Cedar Creek. Cedar Creek at 8-0, a chance to go to 9-0 and clinch a West Jersey Football League division title there. You've got Ocean City at Oakcrest on Saturday. Ocean City's number 2 in our Elite 11. I still think they're not getting enough attention. They're having a great season. They've outscored their opponents 213-13 this season.
Have they been the biggest surprise this year? Like, not because they're good, but just how good they've been.
Yeah, I think a surprise from the fact that a lot of people don't know how good the current seniors were because they were overshadowed by last year's senior class. So certainly they're a lot better than a lot of people thought. But now they're 7-0, 213-13 as far as outscoring their opponents. And then in the heart of Hamilton, St. Joe hosts Washington Township. St. Joe playing great after the loss to St. Augustine. They bounced back. Jason Pravard at quarterback, Jameer Cartagena at wide receiver, Cole Mercado doing a lot of everything. They'll be hosting Washington Township, who right now might be one of the South Jersey Group 5 favorites. That'll be a big game. That's for a division title. That game, 1 o'clock on Saturday at William T. Capella Memorial Field, the old Hamilton Middle School, where St. Joe played in the 90s. It was the old Hamilton High School. Hamilton played there. So St. Joe playing right in the heart of Hamilton on Saturday afternoon.
In their future long-term home, too, right? Where they get the field.
Exactly. We'll have a story in the paper on Saturday. on Friday rather, there are game of the week, Washington Township at St. Joe. St. Joe returning to its old field as it looks towards the future. A couple of good announcements, including a new turf field in their future as far as the future of the school.
I love turf fields. They're the best thing ever. Also, one other note, Camden today ruled ineligible for the state playoffs, kind of for what happened, I think, last week.
Last week against Pleasantville. If you get more than 3 or more players ejected during the course of a season in any sport, you are ineligible for the state playoffs. That's what happened at Camden last Saturday. I believe they had 3 or more, I'm not sure the exact number, ejected from the game, but they are banned from the state playoffs. That is a rule in every varsity sport, in every varsity competition the NJSAA runs.
Anything else you're looking at this weekend? You know, middle's on the road to Pennsville, Pleasantville, Woodrow Wilson.
I mean, I think we got EHT. Who do they host?
They host
Pemberton. So EHT, Pemberton, EHT continuing to roll as they go for their first winning season since 2010 and their first playoff appearance since 2010. They'll try to get another victory to push them in that direction.
Are you getting ready to get your calculator? Well, you don't have to get the
No,
calculator.
you don't have to do
Yeah,
the
that's right.
PowerPoints
Wait.
anymore. They just appear. So
Magically.
it's 2 weeks to go. We find out the matchups, who's in what section. So, getting down to crunch time here as far as high school football.
You can follow all the action all week long at PressiveAC.com.